Just saying. So this guy's saying when this happens, he makes more. He made less money than the original offer. Oh, well, let's see. Did the money change? Yes, big time. It was 3,000 and something. Now it's 1,200. Holy crap! I probably lost $2.5 grand on that. God, that's annoying as all hell. I'm just praying that the stuff I got to take, the Luhan system, isn't in the same kind of situation where the station I got to go to is out in the boondockians. Because I will not put you guys through that. I know I promised you. I promised you a tour of the Sol system, and here we are in Alpha Centauri. I hate the whole bait and switch thing. My bad. Yeah. You know, I guess it's good it's there. I mean, I'm not going to be one of those dudes who pisses and moans about it. I mean, I'm going to make, obviously I'm pissing and moaning right now, so it's hard to make that claim. But because clearly this is an entertaining game. By no means are the things I'm talking about here things that should keep anybody from playing this game. But there absolutely needs to be some streamlining here. There needs to be... hell, apps on my iPhone are more powerful than a lot of the assistance I'm getting from the systems on this ship. So there's that, right? We already live in a world where, whether we need to lose X number of calories or we need to get from point A to point B or whatever in our lives, there's an app that's going to tell us exactly when we're going to get there, and it's going to be right within a minute or two, right? And I don't have one of those on my damn spaceship? Come on. It's like it would be like a sci-fi show made today that has 2 TVs in the cockpit. It doesn't even acknowledge the technology that exists today. Alright, so we're 6 minutes out. Now I've got 22 freaking hours to deliver my fruits and vegetables. Great. But I have 2 hours and 31 minutes to deliver the clothing to the Heisenberg colony. It's almost... yeah, no. I was going to say it's almost worth it just to head over to Lewin now and deliver that and then come back. No, it's not. Having to sit through this would be so damn annoying. Now, here's the other thing. I should have an autopilot. I mean, if they're going to do this to me, if they're going to do this crap, where for 45 minutes to an hour and a half, I have to sit in this mode, I want a button to push that just lets me go away, that lets me walk away and come back and take my own risks, right? If someone interdicts me, great, I'm screwed. In fact, I'm going to do it right now. I have to go to the bathroom, and this is so stupid. I can just see, look, I'm up, I'm done. I don't even need to be here. I'm walking away. That's how stupid this is. How long it takes, I can walk out. No, I'm not even in the office. I'm back. See? And nothing's changed. Except now I have 5 minutes instead of 6. You know what we could do? This would be a perfect moment to try and feed the spiritual side. So let's go on the internet here. Let's try to feed ourselves, but I don't mean with food. I'm not talking about a Twinkie. I'm talking about spiritual, intellectual, metaphysical food. So let's go ahead and let's expose ourselves to a little poetry, shall we? Let's first open our minds for a little piece called "The Lost Pleiad," from poems of John Brainerd, and I'd just like y'all to sort of open up your souls to take this in. It's not too long, so it'll just be something to fill in the space while we wait to get to Hutton Orbital, because it's boring as hell doing this. To my friend G. Oh, how calm and how beautiful. Look at the night. The planets are wheeling in pathways of light, and the lover or poet, with heart or with eye, sends his gaze with a tear, or his soul with a sigh. But from Fiesole summit the Tuscan looked forth, to eastward and westward, to south and to north. Neither planet nor star could his vision delight, till his own bright Pleiads should rise to his sight. They arose, and he numbered their glittering train. They shone bright as he counted them over again. Yeah, see what I had to do there for the rhyming? But the star of his love, the bright gem of the cluster, arose not to lend the Pleiads its luster. And thus, when the splendor of beauty has blazed, O light, on loveliness, how have we gazed? And how sad have we turned from the sight when we found that the fairest and sweetest was not on the ground. What do you think, huh? The Lost Pleiad. Num 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 num. Drink in that soulful poetry. What else have we got? How about To the Moon, also from John Brainerd. This one's a little longer. I'll try to keep the emotional exposition, in swing. Bless thy bright face, though often blessed before, by raving maniac and by pensive fool. One would say something more, but who, as yet, when looking at thee in the deep blue sky, could tell the poorest thought that struck his heart? Yet all have tried, and all have tried in vain. At thee, poor planet, is the first attempt that the young rhymester ventures, and the sigh the boyish lover heaves is at the moon. Bards who, ere Milton sung or Shakespeare played the dirge of sorrow or the song of love, bards who had higher sword than Fiesole, knew better of the moon. 'Twas there they found vain thoughts, lost hopes, and fancies, happy dreams, and all sweet sounds such as have fled afar from waking discords and from daylight jars. There Ariost puts the widow's weeds, when she, new wedded, smiles abroad again, and there the sad maid's innocence, 'tis there. That broken vows and empty promises, all good intentions with no answering deed, to anchor them on the substantial earth, all shrewdly packed. And could he think that thou, so bright, so pure of aspect, so serene, art the mere storehouse of our faults and crimes? I'd rather think as puling rhymesters think, O lovesick maiden's fancy, yea, prefer the daily notion that thou art but cheese, green cheese, and thus misdoubt thy honest face. Oh, see, now look at that. That's making lemonade out of lemons, people. We have now explored the far reaches of the universe, both spiritually and virtually. You're welcome. And I'm slowing down still. This is really annoying. We don't have time for another poem. Maybe that should just be a show. Maybe I should just go, Rebel Minion reads poetry while flying in Elite Dangerously. You think? Or Elite Dangerous? I gotta get ready to jump out of this crap. As soon as I get down to the 20,000 mark, I will drop to the middle of the blue zone. I don't have this screen with the poetry right in front of me, so I can't do another one. And I know how much... I can feel it. I can feel all of you wanting to hear another poem. I apologize. Those two were old, man. So the guy who wrote those lived from 1796 to 1828. So there you go. There's that. I got any good emails? Nope. Nothing. Oh, God. Let's see what we got here. Still got 2 hours and 22 minutes to get to the other system. Assuming it's not as foobarred as this, that should be doable. Even if it is as foobarred as this, right? Because the other one only had given me an hour and something, and that's 2, so I'm guessing we can be in and out of there within the next 10 minutes, 5 minutes probably. We can deliver that other crap and be done with it. So you know what I'm guessing? I'm guessing that the reason why it gave me 22 more hours on that instead of putting a black mark on me is because it's trying to account for the guy who logs off not realizing he's got cargo. Or maybe the guy who gets disconnected or something. They don't want to penalize the guy who's maybe gotten disconnected from the servers. So it kind of gives him a nice big window to get restored. Maybe his internet comes back, whatever. That's probably the logic behind that. Alright. So annoying. So annoying. I actually intended to finish this video by 3. It's now 3:04. So much for that plan. I may have to cut it short here. I may have to rename this video because it's a total lie. We spent almost no time at Seoul, and I feel, frankly, I feel a little guilty about the whole thing. All right, so let's adjust our velocity into the blue range so that when the time comes, we can stop more easily. Well, you know what? Screw that. Let's just go. Let's get down. Let's get out of light seconds first, and just get to minutes or seconds or whatever before we do that, or at least get below 1,000. Let's get to like a, you know, slightly more reasonable. Watched The Equalizer again last night. I don't know, that's obviously totally not the point. But see, that if I was a spacefaring guy in this situation, I would have movies playing. While I'm having to do this crap, I'd have my favorite movies from the 21st century queued up on the computer. Don't you think? Don't you think? Totally. That'd be me. So The Equalizer came out the other day, or I don't know if it came out the other day. It arrived at my house the other day. And that's joining the ranks of among my favorite movies, and that's odd. I mean, as I realize it's kind of an obscure flick, but and you know, maybe it's part of my